and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And as we get set for Game 5, Chris, it seems like this series could still have a few twists and turns in it.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration. But these situations tell us a lot about a team's character. And for some teams, it brings out their absolute best. But for others, it can kind of prove to be an overwhelming scenario to face. And so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get started. And today's starter, Brady Singer. What do you have on him?
Just a 4-inning start his last time out. He took the loss. They're looking for more out of this guy today.
And now the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher.
The right fielder, Dominic Fletcher.
And the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, the third baseman.
And now Yoan Moncada. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Steps on the bag for one. And he'll eat it and be happy with the out.
Batting third, the second baseman,
Luis Arraez stands in. Man at first, one away. Next offering is in for a strike. And a base hit up the middle. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now it's Luis Robert. Ground ball left side, could be two. Off balance feed, there's one. Over to first, safe.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Here's Alex Verdugo. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. One runs in. Runner around third, on his way to the plate, in to score from first. It's 2-0.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
So 2 down. Andrew Vaughn now. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is out of here. A towering shot to center. That's his 5th homer of the series. It's 4-0. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Lau sends it to first. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. White Sox 4, the Rays nothing. And we're back. And towing the slab, Jack Flaherty. What do we have on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
That misses the zone, and a count 2-1.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at-bat, one by one, and try to push the runs across as often as possible.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2. Flaherty, certainly one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and double-digit strikeouts are not out of the norm in his starts. And down on strikes he goes. And there are 2 down.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in the lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2- or 3-run homer.
The Rays down by 4 here in Game 5. And that's in the dirt.
He wants to give the bullpen the day off and the defense behind him, because he knows he can strike anybody out. And the way that hitters are swinging, they're trying to lift, trying to get the ball in the air. He's going to take advantage of that.
Mejia pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. They trail it here 4-0. Back now in Tampa Bay. New inning getting started. And now the shortstop, Colson Montgomery. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
The catcher, Mejia.
Francisco Mejia coming up to hit. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. On the ground, right side. And they got him.
Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that can cost your team the season.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. 2 out, space is empty. And there's ball 4.
Outside. Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Singer checks over to first, and he's back. And a 1-1. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Siri in position. Makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. The White Sox lead 1, but they lead it 4-0. Back here at Tropicana Field, Isaac Paredes now.
The third baseman, Paredes.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And a pitch. ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. One up, one down.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Lau at the plate. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there are 2 outs. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
He's there. He's got it. That is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Arias. Here's a 1-1. On the ground. And that one finds its way through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the White Sox, the center fielder.
Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track. Maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
Luis Robert now. Here's a 1-1. And that one fouled off. Wouldn't chase that time.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
Righty to the plate. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. The Rosarena gets it in, and it's now first and second to start the inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
So now it's the White Sox DH, Alex Verdugo. To the right side, dive, and he's got it from his knees. The throw, nicely done for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play. Dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
So up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. The pitch. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Safe. And in comes the run from third.
Now batting, left fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Brady Singer out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Shane Baz.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
One down. Dalton Varsho steps to the plate for the White Sox. 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's one. A one-pitch double play out of the pen. Inning over. So they get 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the White Sox 5, the Rays nothing. Set for the bottom of the third. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Junior Caminero.
Incoming arrow.
Next offering in there for a strike. 3-2 now. Struck him out swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Xavier Isaac. And that's in for a strike. The White Sox leading by 5 here in Game 5 of the ALCS. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The wind of the pitch. Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
The wind of the pitch. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Still just the 2nd batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Two now. Fights it off. He'll see another.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Got him swinging.
Batting 9.
And now it's Jose Siri. And the right-hander deals. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. And he deals. That one off the mark, and the count is 2-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Tampa. It's 5-0. Game 5 of the ALCS. And now Colson Montgomery. The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, these White Sox putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the 3rd, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
To first, and one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. So if they're looking to feast, are you saying they've already got a plate but are looking to go back for seconds?
Yeah, I'd say something like that.
Francisco Mejia steps to the plate for the White Sox. To the right side, Loud sends it to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
The batter, the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher.
So the batting order turns over, and now the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. 2 outs.
Ball 2.
At the belt and fires. Fouls one off. 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Bottom of the fourth. Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe.
The right fielder, Josh Lowe.
And that one is lifted in the air. Varsho moving under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Randy.
Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. The Rays yet to pick up a hit here. Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One down, base is empty. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And a base hit.
Everything came together for him. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come.
Arozarena on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Mejia cuts him down. Great throw.
Well, they tried to press their luck a little after having just picked up their first hit of this ball game. So that caught stealing kind of stings. Can't blame them for trying to get something going offensively, but so far it's just not happening for these guys.
And he grounds one to the right side. Tosses to first. And that is that. Back now in Tampa Bay. Here's the third baseman, Yoan Moncada. Right-handed reliever. This one in the air center field. Siri really on his horse for it. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there's one down. Here's the second baseman, Luis Arias. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. That one ripped right center field. Banks off the wall, makes the turn and heads for second. And in there with a double off the wall.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
One out, runner at second. Luis Robert steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1-1 now. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. One out and a runner at second. Bounce to third. Fires over to first. And they take care of Robert for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Alex Verdugo.
And up next for Chicago, Alex Verdugo. Runner at second, 2 down.
Ball.
And another ball.
2-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. pulled the string on the changeup. So one left for the White Sox as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now at the plate, Isaac Paredes. Here comes a pitch. Ripped towards third. On to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it's Brandon Lowe. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Caught him looking for the K. Now here is Carson Williams.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
On the ground to third. Moncada whips it across. Rays retired in order. Nothing doing for Tampa. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back here at Tropicana Field, start of the sixth, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Andrew Vaughn. And a pitch. This one high in the air to left center. The Rosarena moving under it. Makes the catch. And there's one down.
The left fielder, number 25.
So digging in, Dalton Varsho. And another ball. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Garrett Clevenger getting ready to go. Alexander getting loose as well. Left-hand batter waits. Line drive. He makes the catch, and there's two down.
Up next to the White Sox, the shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Colson Montgomery. 2 down, nobody on, and we're the top half of the sixth. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Up next for the White Sox.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Runner at first with 2 away. Francisco Mejia. That one ripped. Nice grab on the run. And that'll do it. The runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the White Sox 5, the Rays nothing. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the DH, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And the righty deals. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Now one away.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
1 out, bases empty. That one finds the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double. So a man aboard, and now the center fielder, Jose Siri. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Next pitch is outside. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 1 out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's 2 down.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
So up next, Josh Lowe. Kicks and fires.
Yep. 1-2.
Isaac stands at second with 2 gone. Way inside, and that hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Randy Arozarena. 2 on, 2 outs. Swings and misses. And a count 1-2.
There, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
He caught it behind his back. Throw to first, and that's a great play for the out. What a play to end the inning. There's no way he saw that into the glove.
No, you're absolutely right. All he knew was the grounder was somewhere behind him. Just threw his glove out there, and it stuck. That was pretty cool.
Top of inning number 7. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Dominic Fletcher. Now a high fly ball out to left center. And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here is Moncada. Ripped on a line. Siri racing over to make the catch.
Now batting, the second baseman, Luis Arraez.
Man at first, and next to him for the Sox, Luis Arraez. The pitch. And another ball. Throw over to first, and he's back in safely. And the pitch. Runner on the go. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. And the postseason success continues for him. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Luis Robert. 2 on, 1 out. This to center field. Siri in position. Nabs it. Runner tags for home. He scores on the sac fly, and it's now a 6-run lead.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Now here is Alex Verdugo. Popped up. Drifts towards it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the White Sox 6, the Rays nothing. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Joe Barlow.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
Here's a 1-1. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Back. Gone. He sends it out of here. And they cut into the lead. It's 6-1.
That gives this offense something to celebrate for the first time in this one. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Now Isaac Paredes. A 1-2. Bounced up the middle. Montgomery. The throw to first, and one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now back, second baseman, Brandon Lowe.
And stepping in for the Rays, Brandon Lowe. Kicks and deals. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
On the ground, and that's just foul. The White Sox leading by 5 here in the late stages of Game 5. Up the middle. Arise onto first. Inning over. And the Rays get one on a solo shot. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Garrett Clevenger.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox.
The first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Swing and a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Dalton Varsho steps to the plate for the White Sox. On a line, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery. On the ground, could be 2. Loud. To second, that's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
And here's the catcher, Francisco Mejia. First and third, 1 down. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In to score from first. It's 8-1.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
Tyler Alexander gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Dominic Fletcher. Left-hand hitter waits. Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play.
Sweet grab right there. That's the DRS for you, buddy. Defensive run saved. Very athletic. Really good reactions. Nice job of saving that run.
Yoan Moncada with a chance to hit. In the air to left center. Arozarena after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Last half of the 8th coming up. White Sox 8, the Rays 1.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. No. Just missing there. And it's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hot shot to third. In time to Vaughn. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Xavier Isaac.
And here's the first baseman, Xavier Isaac. The Rays with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The pitch. That misses the zone. Yeah, that's ball 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Next offering is in for a strike. In the air, out towards left center. He's got it, and that is out number 3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Colin Poche.
Now pitching for the Rays, number 30.
Luis Arias steps to the plate for the White Sox. That one fouled off. And a pitch. Out to center. Siri in position. Makes the grab, 1 down. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Luis Robert. This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Next offering in there for a strike. And now 2-2.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Now batting.
So now it's the White Sox DH, Alex Verdugo. And now the lefty. And that one hit to first. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Out. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out of the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. The pitch. Out to short. Williams throws to first in time, and that is that. One hit, one left. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order, due up. White Sox 8, the Rays 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And now the right fielder, Josh Lowe. Righty delivers. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
The batter, the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
He's 2 outs away. Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Snags it for the second out.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
2 down, nobody on. Line drive. And that's down. A base hit.
Showed some really nice patience in that at-bat. Worked himself into a good count. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Jeffers off of first with 2 away. Coleman is just 1 strike away. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Fly ball down the line. And that'll fall for a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. And there will be joy on the south side tonight. The Chicago White Sox are champions of the American League.
Congratulations to the American League champions. These players have worked hard all season long, and their hard work has paid off. Now, off to the World Series. This team can't wait to get it started.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew, thank you for watching the American League Championship Series on MLB The Show.